Hello to all my war boys, it's a lovely day, isn't it? I've been really enjoying playing the Mad Max game recently, so I thought I'd share some of the tips I've picked up to help others in their quest for the V8 powered Magnum Opus. Scrap is the currency of the wasteland, which is required for upgrading both Max and his car. As your enemies get tougher and tougher, you soon realise you need to upgrade your car's armour, handling and weapons as much as possible, all while trying to stash some scrap away to afford the massive and humongous V8 engines towards the end of the game. You soon realise that litter picking just doesn't pad out the bank balance very fast, but there's a range of techniques you can use to maximise your scrap earnings so you can afford the nice things in life, like side-mounted flamethrowers, border spikes and that new top-of-the-range thunderpoon everyone's talking about. So here's my top 5 ways to get scrap fast in Mad Max. The number 1 way to boost your scrap level in Mad Max is to keep an eye out for those random sandstorms. Don't run and hide from them, instead drive headfirst into it. Drive around for a while and you'll see some massive scrap packages called mother loads flying around. There's usually around 3 of them, each containing around 300 scrap. Use your harpoon to fish and reel them in. You can either ram the crates to break them open or access them on foot, but watch out because these storms can be brutal. Don't be surprised if a zap of lightning obliterates your precious scrap, or even worse, sends you tumbling away, leaving you with no health and stranded from your vehicle. Ideally, you should use the Magnum Opus to form a wind block to protect you from flying debris while you collect the scrap pieces, but there's still no guarantee that you won't end up being clonked over the head by a random car body or struck by lightning. It's all high risk, but with a bit of luck you'll be able to reap the rewards. Each stronghold in the various regions of the map can be upgraded with different projects. The first thing you'll want to do when you enter each stronghold is to set up the cleanup crew. This eliminates the need to stop and get out of your car and manually pick up the pieces after destroying an enemy vehicle. Instead, all the scrap is automatically added to your collection. This makes having fun ramming, shotgunning and thunderpooning enemy cars even more rewarding, especially when your car becomes powerful enough to take them down with ease. Another project you'll want to set up is the Scrap Crew. This generates some passive income while you're playing the game every hour and even when your Xbox, PlayStation or PC is turned off. If you have this project active on all strongholds, you'll be raking in the scrap with no effort. In order to set up these projects, you first need to find the relevant yellow glowing icons somewhere in the stronghold grounds. Activate the project to see where the parts are on the map and then venture to the various locations. Kill all the baddies, loot the scrap and find the project parts. Return to base and activate the project when you have all the bits you need. You come across enemy vehicles on the road all the time, but every so often you might see one with a little cog icon above it. These are called SCRAPULANCES. They roam around the wasteland delivering metallic first aid to the Scrotus gang, but if you can steal one, they're worth around 500 scrap. Just make sure you don't destroy it. If you do, you'll be lucky to get 50 scrap from the leftovers, but if you use your harpoon to snag the driver or immobilise it by blowing a tyre, you can then repair it if necessary and drive it to your nearest stronghold for a massive reward. As you progress through the game, you earn loads of legend points that you can cash in with the witch doctor Griffer, who randomly appears in places around the map. One of the skills you can develop is Max's Volition, which allows you to acquire more scrap when looting. Put as many points as you can into Volition first, then share the rest out between the other skills you might need. You don't get a huge amount of extra scrap, but it's a nice bonus which makes those tiny scrap pickups a little more worthwhile. The last tip is fairly simple and it's what's required to progress in the game anyway, but the most common way to earn scrap is to simply collect it from enemy camps, bases and outposts. The big fortified camps hold the most scrap, often around 12 pieces, alongside ammo and water replenishments and sometimes a historic item. It takes time to kill all the war boys, especially if it's a high difficulty level, but at least the scrap you're earning is secondary to the main game progression. One pro tip to help find that one elusive piece of scrap you can never find to loot the place by 100% is to toggle on the photo capture mode. Flying the camera around is a lot quicker than sending Max running and climbing into every nook and cranny. So I hope this series of scrap collection tips helps you progress on your way to achieving the glorious V8 and top upgrades for your Magnum Opus. If you enjoyed the video, a thumbs up or a share with your friends would really help spread the word. I'm looking forward to doing a couple of car builds once I've unlocked the last few car upgrades, so stay tuned for those. Otherwise, thanks for watching and I'll catch you all later.